Hello everyone and welcome to episode 59 of Mentos Plays Spelunky. We are here for the October 26th, yes, 26th daily challenge, the day after the 25th, because obviously the daily challenge rolls over at a time that does not quite align with when it would logically roll over in North America. But, that being said, we are here for the daily challenge. Lost my train of thought. To be perfectly frank with you, I'm not in the best of moods for a recording today, so I do apologize if I'm a bit off my game. But, yeah, I'm gonna do my best to put up something good here. I want to get that ruby, but I can't possibly get it without whipping that TNT box. So, we're just gonna move on and not worry about that, because I would rather not die immediately. That would be a pretty good thing for me if I could live for at least a little while. Although I did just take some stupid damage to that Cobra, not the biggest of deals. 1 damage ain't gonna make the difference between winning and losing, unless you die in the most slow and painful way you possibly can, which is not very common in Spelunky, let's be honest here. Once you get to a certain point in Spelunky, sure, you're gonna have some quick deaths, but a lot of times it's going to be more so something along the lines of a fall into the abyss or something along those lines that you just kind of instantly go and go from everything to nothing really quick. We are actually going to bomb our way down here to get this crate that was not accessible from any other angle. And it is more ropes, so not the best of trades. A bomb and a rope for 3 ropes. Pretty much trading a bomb for 3 ropes, which isn't a bad trade necessarily, but not one that I would necessarily make all that often either. I would rather have more bombs than more ropes. Just gonna use that little mini rat to block an arrow for us. Can't quite make that jump, so onward we go. 25,000 just about on the first floor is actually really good. Hopefully we can put up a run like we did yesterday, except I won't mess up on Olmec and cost us a potential breaking 1,000,000 run. I'm not sure if I was really in the position where breaking 1,000,000 was possible, but I sure seem pretty close. I mean, when you consider the 100,000 bonus for Olmec alone, for Yama alone, if I had gotten there and beaten him, would have been enough to put us at, what, 880,000 or so? Or, no, just over 800,000. I was in the low ends. But between that and then if you consider the possibility of all the rubies underneath Yama, that could easily add enough to make a big difference. I think we were legitimately pretty close to the cutoff point where 1,000,000 points was within grasp, for sure. Obviously that's not the highest of scores on the leaderboards on a day-to-day basis, but it is pretty good, and it is something that I would personally kind of strive for, both on camera and not. It's why I make such a direct point to get as much gold as I can. Despite the fact that I almost always murder shopkeepers, so I almost never actually need the gold for anything. I always want to try to get as much as I can, and try to put up the best numbers that I can in a given run. So, you know, it doesn't always work out, but we're going to keep doing it, and we're going to keep trying, and one day I'm going to break 1,000,000, and I'll feel like I am a member of people who are actually pretty decent at Spelunky. Because it does take some concentrated effort to get a score that high. We do have an altar up here at the top, which makes me happy that we have 6 ropes, because it makes it more likely that I'm going to be able to get back up here with the damsel, and that would allow me to obviously get the damsel to the altar and make some good things happen in terms of sacrifices. This Cobra I should just be able to... Whoop, nope. There we go. I knew that would work. Okay, I hear doggy, I see key. This is the 3rd level down, I want to say. So this should be the level before the final level. So we are going to need to bomb if we want to get that dog. There is a jetpack in the shop. That excites me quite a bit. A jetpack, a mystery box, nothing really besides the jetpack worthwhile, but the jetpack alone is enough to make it worth getting into that shop and robbing it. We also have our key here, which means that our chest is somewhere on this level. It would have been a strange mechanic if they had allowed the key to spawn before the chest, or vice versa. I think that it would have added kind of a unique element to it in the fact that you don't know if you're going to be able to... And you can't just say, okay, well, the key is on this level, so the chest obviously is. If you had to look at it more as, well, the key is on this level, so the chest should be within the next level or two. Obviously, it would have been an entirely different mechanic, so it's not like saying this is what should have happened, because to say so would be very presumptuous at my own ability to judge if that would even work or not. But I'm just saying that it would have been an interesting mechanic to have it a little bit more varied like that. Now, we do need to be a bit careful when it comes to taking out these shopkeepers. We should probably prepare a rope over here. Oh, that was really close. And then we're going to use some bombs here. Not quite. There's one. Oh god, the ghost appears. The ghost cometh. Not sure how I'm going to kill this shopkeeper just yet. He is kind of trapped in that area. Okay, so now we need to go over here. Oh. This is really risky, I'm not going to lie. I think that got him. It did. I could have taken those shopkeepers to the altar, but that was a very tight space, and I was very much afraid of that ghost in that situation. So I am just happy to have made it out of there alive without getting hit. We did lose a lot of bombs on that, but we got a jetpack, and I am okay with that trade, quite frankly. We'll get more bombs eventually, hopefully. One would hope that we'll get more bombs than we have midway through the mines. Of course, it doesn't always work like that, but you would hope so. But getting a jetpack, there's no guarantee that you're going to come across another one in a run. It does seem like they're a little bit more common when you've already seen one than they are when you haven't seen one yet, but that's probably just confirmation bias, to be quite frank. We should be able to just stand here and blast this guy until he dies. That was 2 hits. Come on, jerk. Thank you. I actually wasn't sure if that arrow trap had been set off, so that was kind of risky to do. Our damsel is over here, so we are going to grab this here shotgun and go boom! Set off both of those, drop down and shoot that spider, and then go grab Mr. Pugzel here and bring him to the exit, where we have another shotgun, and we move on to the jungle. Hip hip hooray, this daily challenge is going pretty decently today. There's another shopkeeper, there's another jetpack in there, but there are also bombs. So what did I say about there being a good chance of getting more bombs? I told you it would happen. There was never a doubt in my mind. We also have the opportunity to get some royal jam, which is of course always a nice thing to get. And we can just stand here and blast this guy to death. Our black market is on this floor, which is always a good thing to learn. We should also be able to get the jam pretty easily between the shotgun and our ability to kind of work our way out of this hole. Okay, now our other shopkeeper is right down here by this beehive, which does scare me. Oh god. If he comes back over this way, we can get him. I should probably be focusing on finding the black market, quite frankly, but I kind of want to take this guy out so he's not a problem for us, which just happened, so that's good. We can take our damsel over here, and we'll just bring him to the exit right on the side here. Take him out of the equation. I'm hearing the blinking for the black market. I'm just not sure where it's from yet. That's part of the fun, isn't it? Trying to find the black market, trying to find out where it's at. We do get a little bit more ropes, which are rather worthless considering that we have the jetpack. It must be right around here. There it is. Perfecto. Jetpack and Matic. I could have used the Matic to find the black market, in fact, but I didn't think of that in time, so oh well. We shall move onwards with a decent amount of health. And we're gonna get some good, we're gonna get at least a few bombs here. I've already tagged one shopkeeper. Got a little bit of slowdown between the fog and everything here. Come on, buddy. Oh. Oh god. No, we're gonna use a couple bombs just to eliminate this guy from the equation. Thank you. Nothing really interesting that I see down there. Oh wow, that was a lot of bombs. We are back up to 44, which is pretty good. Not the best amount of bombs I've ever had, but pretty good. We do have another jetpack, so my comments on not always getting another jetpack don't necessarily hold true. Because we have now gotten 2 more of them, in fact. Oh, come on. Guess on the bright side he's going to fall down to the lower level. Not quite. But I got a bomb on his head, so that's good. We can go grab this, grab this. You're going to... Oops, that was not what I meant to do. That could be bad. There we go. There's our Ankh. Now, what do we have on this bottom floor? Make sure there's no one alive over here. Good. And then we got hired help and a pack of ropes. Yes. So we are just going to bomb our way to freedom. I know it's a waste of some bombs, but it's also the safest way to go about handling this. So it works for me. We're still going to have a decent amount, not as much as I would like necessarily, but enough where I can feel relatively safe in terms of my bombs. And we're just going to get out of there, not worry about that shopkeeper at the exit. Things are going well for us so far. Our score isn't quite where I would want it to be. We're only at 93,000. And considering the fact that we got 25,000 on the first floor, that's not very much. But all things considered, this is going well for us so far. I am not going to complain about this run as it currently stands. As long as we don't get killed by a snail against Olmec again, I'll be happy. You know what I mean? Like, that was the most heart-wrenching death I think we've ever had on this series. And there have been a lot of heart-wrenching deaths. But that was just harsh. Ooh, that was really close to being another one. We do have an altar here, so we're going to get a Kapala on this floor. We also have some snails. I just accidentally jumped right into its bubble. I ran farther than I thought I did. But that also killed the snail, so you win some, you lose some. It's just a bit too far away from him to hit. This one should work though. Good, good. So now we could sacrifice that guy at the altar. I would like to try to find the damsel. There he is. In fact, he is right next to the altar. Oh god. No, 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 no. Okay, Piranha, go away. Go away, Piranha. Go away. Go away. Go away, I said. Thank you. Just gonna take the shortcut back up here. Because, quite frankly, I kind of want to take care of the vault. And that is going to take some time. There's a few spaces over here, a few over there. Let's go this way because we can get him to get hit by this tiki trap. Hopefully. We are going to get out of here before he breaks free, though. And if we can't get him by the Tiki Trap, then we'll just do this. We could also get a couple sacrifices in further towards our 8 health bonus, which might be worthwhile while we wait for the ghost to spawn. We've got an easy way up to the vault on both sides, so it doesn't really matter which side the ghost spawns on, as long as we're aware that that's the side that it spawned on. And this will give us an additional like 4 points or so, I think. So we're getting kind of close to where we would be in 8 health bonus range. We might as well, I guess we're pulling the ghost from the right because that's probably where it just spawned. Indeed it is, so let's get over here. I was just about to say we should probably pull it from the left because it would make things easier when it comes to getting the gems. But since that didn't work out quite as planned, we'll just drag the ghost over to this way, make him turn these into diamonds, and then fly around to the other side, pick him up, and get our way back over here to the exit. So now we want to bring him down to this corner, I guess. Not really sure the best way that I could handle this movement, but hopefully this will work. Indeed it does. Now we want to lure him up this way. So we did lose half our health on this floor, but it was mostly due to that piranha that I took extra hits from, simply because I didn't want to try to kill him while that bomb was about to go off, because I didn't want to accidentally get myself killed on my bomb, dealing with to try to avoid a couple hits of damage. So I think things are going well for us in general still. We are going to stomp on both their heads, collect some blood, kill this bat, miss all his blood, of course. Of course, the downside of having the climbing gloves when you have the Kapala is it can be a bit hard to get down to where the blood lands. We're gonna put a bomb right about here to get this damsel. Now, I don't know if we're gonna actually save the damsel or not, but we're most certainly gonna pull her down to this ledge here. Actually, given the fact that the shopkeeper is already dead, we might as well save the damsel and get an extra health out of it. Oops. I want to grab the damsel, not the chest. Ooh, plant. That was way too close for comfort. You stay away from me, Mr. Plant. Get some extra health like that. Toss a bomb on these tikis to get rid of them. I think we're actually going to use the shopkeeper's body to kill this piranha. That didn't work out, so whip it is. A little bit more blood, a little bomb bag for us. Now we are going to fly back up this way. We didn't actually have to do this now I think about it. For any reason, really. Just putting ourselves in more risk unnecessarily, but I guess our shotgun is up here. Instead of taking that dead shopkeeper's one, we can grab our own shotgun, grab this last little bit of gold, and onward to the ice caves? The ice caves! Huzzah! I thought that was the 4th level of the jungle there. Kill that UFO while it's a bit trapped. So now of course we will try to gain some more health throughout the ice caves, but it doesn't really matter because we're going to be sacrificing ourselves within the next couple floors anyway, and that's really the important part. Oh god. We will also be on the lookout for the vault, any opportunities to make good money, and of course the shopkeeper, who has dug his own grave. You know what, just to be kind of silly, we're actually gonna... Oop, I was gonna take the damsel down to the worm, just for the heck of it, but the damsel had other plans and was like, I'm going in the exit, you jerk. Missed my shot on that Yeti, but luckily didn't fly up into him before he was dead. There's still a little bit more gold here. There's an alien to kill here. And I think that's about it for this floor, unless we want to go into this water cave, which doesn't seem to have much in it besides a single emerald. So it seems rather foolish to try to go in there. Kill that little alien, and onward to floor number 2. Which is actually floor number 10, but, you know. If we're going to go with exact floors instead of total in the current area, then I don't even want to know. The game gives you a very easy system to make sure that you know how to measure that, but And there's our statue head, so if we die on this level, no big deal. There's our damsel, who we will want to rescue, because if we do not rescue the damsel, then we'll only have 4 health at the start of the next floor instead of 5. Oh god. And we might as well take this idol. Our vault is not here either. Just barely avoided being blown up by that mine. Not that it matters a whole lot, because we do want to kill ourselves on this floor, but I would like to just make sure that we've got everything that we can get. That worked out surprisingly well. And I believe we have, so we're just going to kind of be like, grab this last little gold bar, and then whee! Then the Onk's going to be like, 1, 2, 3, 4, hedge it! And so this is the second day in a row of having pretty decent runs. Even if this one falls short of hell, at least we've put up a good showing. It's always nice when I have a couple of days in a row where I'm putting up good episodes in terms of runs, so I am happy by this. That mammoth is going to be very hard to kill without getting ourselves frozen or severely injured. So let's just... Oh, seriously! You just had to bounce that way. You just had to bounce that direction. You jerk. Oh, man. There was nothing I could do. Once that UFO started flying, there was no way for me to get out of there in time to prevent that. I jumped a little bit too far, I guess. I must have hit it just barely on the left side instead of on the right side, so it fell toward me. But that was a really, really unfortunate way for that run to end. I cannot ask for more disappointing runs in the past 2 days. We had everything going for us there, and it all just fell apart. So now doing some speed runs that are starting out poorly, because we don't have that much time left in an average length Spelunky video. So why do another full run? We can continue to try to get Spelunky, which is of course a very, very difficult to get achievement. Probably the second hardest in the game. I do kind of want to just rob that shop, but instead let's just take fall damage and bounce onto some spikes. This is the best idea I've had all day. Okay, so not much going on over there. We are going to drop our way down here. Whoop. I was afraid of fall damage, but gladly that worked out. I mean, really the trick to these speedruns is get a jetpack early, and preferably a Matic if possible, and then just kind of coast your way through the rest of the game. Obviously that's very difficult to control, but killing shopkeepers isn't a bad thing because, you know, as long as you are decent at avoiding them, it's not going to cause you too much of a holdup, and it's going to give you good rewards if you kill them at the right time. Needed to use that rope to get down there safely. He's got a bomb bag, but nothing that I really want all that much. Just took a stupid hit from that spider. But we are through the level, and that's what matters. That is all that matters, in fact. Getting through the levels, and as quickly as possible. There is a ledge down here we can jump on. Bounce on his head, make sure this doesn't explode. Jump over that guy to make sure he doesn't blow up the TNT. It's dynamite. Might as well get some pace while we're here. Whoops, I missed it. Hired help, not worth anything. This is not an eggplant run, so hired help serves no purpose to me. We are going to move onwards to the jungle, where we will move left first and be correct. Oh god. We are going to go up here and get this crate. It was only ropes. I am very much upset with my choice now. There are bees down here, which scares me. Oh, seriously? Okay, we're screwed. We're boned. We're boned. We're boned. Maybe not. There was a gambling house, but I don't think that's really the best idea to be spending my time in on a speed run. That last floor went horribly wrong, but we're still alive. That's really what matters. Can do that. Oh god. Might as well go to the black market while we're here, because why not? Who knows? There might be a reason for it. Hired help. Kissing booth. We are going to buy a kiss, because we are low on health. Lots of bombs, but nothing that I can really work with here. More bombs. Okay, so now no real reason to be here. Although we might have gotten a free cape if I hadn't just died like that. Oh, man. Spelunky is very hard to get. Do not ever think otherwise. To try to get through this game in 8 minutes or less is not an easy feat. This game is a game that kind of punishes you for running quickly. There are a lot of traps and such that you won't have the time to notice and react to if you are moving too quickly. Obviously it's possible to do, and obviously it is something that we have come very close to working out, but it is not something that is simple by any means. And so we continue to strive for it despite the fact that we fail over and over, even at the last moment. Might as well get this damsel because she's right here. And by the way, just so you know, that last run I did see that arrow trap. I was just so low on health I decided it was better to lose than it was to keep going and lose on a floor or two. If all had gone well, that would have been a jetpack and we would have been set for the rest of the run. But all did not go well. Oops. What do we have over here? Climbing gloves, compass. We want compass. Sorry for the extra time taken, but that's very important by the time we get to the ice caves. Right now, not very important. You know, the compass isn't going to be a win or lose item right now. But when we get down to the ice caves, that's a different story. That can be the difference between finding our path downwards and dying from falling into the abyss. That was really stupid. We're still alive, though. Kill this bat, and on the spikes. Take 75. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. You know, I can't count how many times that song, that little jingle came into my head. Da 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 da. And 99 times out of 100, every time I think of it, I cannot think of the game it comes from. And then like 2 days later, I'll be sitting there. It's completely out of my head. I've completely forgotten that I was even thinking about it. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I know where it came from. It's from Luigi's Mansion. There was a snake pit over there that I wish I had gone for. But yeah, like every time, a couple days later, I'm just like, well, that was from Luigi's Mansion. That's where I know that jingle from. And we got out of there without harming the shopkeeper. If we can make it through a couple more levels without harming the shopkeeper, we will be able to have them no longer angry at us, which of course makes a huge difference in the game. Makes it much easier. This guy is a problem. We made it. We made it and we didn't hurt him. That's important. One more level of that, if I recall correctly, and the shopkeeper will no longer be mad at us. Like, we saw the black market pretty early here. We could definitely make the shopkeepers just not care about us by the time we got into it. That's not what happened. Obviously, we are at the bottom floor and we have not seen the black market yet, which means that this man is going to be pretty upset by us soon, but we made it out. And I believe that means that we will no longer have to deal with shopkeepers, but we got the jetpack, which is really, really helpful, mind you. We have also got an extra health, which is good. We do have a black market here, so we might as well go in. Black market. Anything worth buying, maybe? Otherwise, it might just be a quick level. Oh god, they're so mad at me. I could try to steal stuff, but I'm just gonna go. How many levels do you have to get through to make them not angry with you anymore? I don't really know. But we made it through another one. You know, I could have tried to rob the black market, but that would have taken me so much time that it would have pretty much destroyed the chance of the speedrun being successful. So I chose not to do that. Shopkeepers are clearly still aggroed. I am no longer any bit even remotely confident what causes them to no longer be angry with us. But we're back up to 4 health. I'm pretty sure, yes, we are on the ice caves. I should have grabbed that shotgun down there, but the tiki trap was closing in quick. And so, wasn't probably the best idea. Obviously, we don't want to abuse our jetpack because we don't have climbing gloves to kind of extend its range. Oh god. He got me, but I got away. That's a big difference. Usually once the shopkeeper hits you, you're just screwed. And it smells like wet fur in here. That's real bad. Oh, we don't have pace, so that wasn't going to work. Kali has been angered. And we are onward to the next level. Oh dear lord. Things are going so right in this wrong, and so right in this run, but so wrong at the same time. Like, we have a jetpack, we're in the ice caves, we're about to get out of the ice caves. Nope, no we aren't. Because that shopkeeper had the best shot of all time. Well, that'll wrap up today's Spelunky episode. Thank you for joining me for what was a very good daily challenge. Obviously not a hell run, not even to the temple, but we did put up almost 300,000, which is pretty good in my opinion. I wonder if that's even in my top leaderboard score, daily all-time scores. 222, 226, 525. And our lowest one, so no, that's actually outside of our top 10 daily scores. Our top one is obviously our 804,250, which was set in that hell run that is up in 2 parts a few episodes back. Regardless, as always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Take care, everyone, and have a good one.